Hey there YouTube, what's up? Big Stack McGee here with another silver video for you. I just want to do a quick video about some of the searches I've been doing for cheap silver here, both locally and online. I know most of my places where I normally buy from have either limited stock or some pretty high premiums, so I've been just looking on other routes. And this is right here in front of you, a sterling silver commemorative that I picked up from my local coin shop. It was in a crusty old 2x2. It's something that was done, I believe, in the 70s. This is a Clara Barton tribute coin. It's a little less than a troy ounce in terms of weight. And again, it is sterling silver. But originally issued, I believe this was in proof condition. And of course, this has seen some toning and whatnot. So I took it out of the 2x2, which was in very rough shape. I'll just give you a little look-see here. 150th anniversary of her birth. Clara Barton was the woman that started the Red Cross. So kind of a neat coin for that reason. Here's the reverse. Philanthropist and humanitarian. And what's interesting, I found, is it has this reeded edge. Let's see if I can get that in focus here. For most of the coin, and then it's just got this little bit here. There you can see it's sterling. So anyway, kind of a neat coin. I think it was only 20 bucks. And there was not a whole lot at my local coin shop that I was willing to purchase. But this was kind of a novelty, I guess. I'll probably just throw it on the stack. I don't think I'm going to put in any kind of airtight or anything like that. Probably just store it with the rest of my silver rounds. But, yeah, I've been looking on... This actually prompted me to look on eBay, see if I could find any other Franklin Mint commemoratives, because, I don't know, they're kind of neat in terms of just different than straight-up bullion or whatever. And I did find one that I purchased, which was I think it was a 1969 or 1970 tribute to the... First Man on the Moon. So it'll be cool when that shows up, and that was in a kind of a certificate of authenticity case or whatever, but I was able to get that pretty cheap. Another thing that I was able to get that I'm actually very, very happy about was 6 1-ounce silver bars, and I got them for $22.50 a piece. And the way I did that was the buy it now function, and I do the newly listed search, and so I can just see things as they're listed, and I just kind of refresh that, and I was just able to cash in on that. And again, reputable seller, and someone that has sold others things in the past on 100% feedback, so I was pretty happy getting that. But now I also have a little bit of a big fish story for you. So just last night, one of my favorite pastimes is kind of watch TV with my wife. I'll have my iPad out and just kind of refreshing that same search that I told you about. And up for sale, newly listed, was 2 full rolls of silver Washington quarters. And the person had put it on for $300 initial bid, but they had a buy it now price of $330. And I saw that. I was trying to do the quick math in my head. You know, you're under pressure because you have to move quick on those. And I was fairly certain that that was at or under spot price. So I have this app on my phone, whip that out quick, and I'm trying to figure out. And sure enough, you know, spot price for 2 full rolls is right around $350. So this would have been about $20 savings on even spot price. I was like, you gotta be kidding me. So a quick look at his feedback. He's got 100% feedback. And so I go to do the buy it now because I know that I gotta go quick. And right as I'm ready to finalize the purchase, I'm like, I just gotta go look and make sure they sold other coins and silver and things like that first. Because there wasn't a lot. It looks like the person that was selling this was someone that had sold a lot of other, whether it's auction items or whatever, maybe they bought a locker, I don't know. But I did find that they had sold other precious metal things and had good feedback. So I went back to go buy it, and sure enough, I go to buy it now, and it was already gone. So, you know, it's one of those, I could tell you that, you know, I wish I would have got it, but whatever. You know, you win some, you lose some, and, you know, maybe it just wasn't meant to be. But there's great deals out there if you're willing to look for them, I guess. And if you're willing to, you know, go through eBay. It's kind of exciting when you find something that's a great deal online for that. It's not for everybody, though. I know There's people that worry about counterfeit or bad sellers and things like that, but I've had pretty good success. So I'm going to keep it up. I just want to talk just real quick about a couple of the videos I've seen recently. It's great to have Silverfish back and hearing his thoughts on things. We had a very positive and upbeat message about even though prices are depressed, and doesn't mean we need to be, especially if you're stacking long term. So that was cool to see. And I also want to just give a quick shout out to Sharp and Shiny, who did a really neat video on basically asset allocation. And I really liked what he did with that. He basically charted out where his assets are and what portion precious metals were. And for him, he realized that he wanted to increase the percentage that precious metals were in his assets, but at the same time not willing to sell some of the other ones. But you know what? That's a great thing to do, and I think that for those of us that are pouring a lot of our time and attention and cash into stacking, I think it's important to know where we sit with everything. So I'm going to do that myself and just take a good hard look at where my assets are and just kind of see percentage-wise, because that's just information that I think we should have as we move forward. So check out his vid, and that's all I got for you tonight. So hope everyone's doing great out there. This is Big Stack McGee. Thanks for watching, and stack on, folks. Have a great night.